Hi, I'm Leslie.
I'm Kimberly.
And so we are here for y'all's, I feel like I'm screaming. Good Lord. We are here for y'all's advanced shipping webinar. So this is kind of geared towards people who are doing at least $30,000 a month in revenue or more. Of course, anybody can tune in. So we're going to be covering a couple of different things. Barcoding, the ingest process for you guys taking in product, fulfillment stations, scanning, strict fulfillment. So got a couple different things to cover. So we're going to wait a few minutes and let everybody pop on. We'll wait another minute or two and see who all joins us. You can look at the comments real quick, at least for this moment. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Almost Friday. Almost.
Almost. I'm ready.
All right. Hey, Melissa. Of course. Of course. Hey, Leslie. Other Leslie. Hey, Brianna. Hey, Brittany. What's up, girl? Hey, Chelsea. Oh, my first live with y'all. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, Rachel. Mandy. What's up, y'all? Hey, nice. We got a couple people joining in.
Yes.
All right, so just really quick, I'm eventually going to end up sharing my screen with y'all and kind of walking you guys through some of the nitty-gritty details, but kind of one of the very first things we're going to jump into is actually ingesting product. So I'll hang around just another 30 seconds to a minute or so just to see who else pops on, and then we'll kind of just dive right into that ingest process. So this is going to be recorded if you want to go back and watch it later. If you're tuning in later or you can't stay for the whole thing, don't worry about it. We are going to record it and send it out to y'all. Hey, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Don't judge me on my first live.
And thank you for your help.
Yes, and thank you for your help. Hey, Hank. Hey, Rachel. All right, you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to pull up my notes. So if you see me like looking this way, don't mind me. I'm going to try to look to y'all as much as I can.
I'll just stare at you while she's looking at her notes.
So yes, so like I said, if you guys are just tuning in, so this is going to be our advanced shipping webinar. So this is really kind of aimed towards people that are doing at least $30,000 a month in revenue or more. Of course, you can implement barcoding and scanning and all these different pieces at any point in time in the game. So welcome. Learn something new if you guys aren't doing any of these pieces yet. We're going to cover ingest, strict fulfillment, barcoding, what your fulfillment stations should look like. Just kind of all the different duties along this process, covering locations for your product. So lots of different things. If you guys are just jumping in, thank you, and welcome. And we'll go ahead and jump into the ingest process. So let me just scroll this down just a little bit. That's not working. Okay, that's okay. I'll figure it out. Okay, so for ingesting product, this is obviously like top notch, top of the pyramid, super, super important. You definitely want to make sure that whoever is handling your inventory, that it is someone you trust, someone who has who pays a lot of attention to detail, because they're the first set of hands that are touching your inventory as it comes into the doors. So definitely want to make sure you're handing that job off to the right person. So part of that ingest process should look like getting that pick sheet from your box, from your wholesaler, and taking that directly to CommentSold and start plugging that item into inventory. You really have everything that you need on that invoice with the exception of descriptions, your weight, your image, of course, and maybe your product name, just kind of depending on how in-depth you get into your product names. So definitely you can go ahead and take everything from that invoice and start plugging that directly into CommentSold. So you've got your variance, you've got all of that right there, your cost, you can go ahead and calculate your retail price, your brand and your brand style number. You don't have to have that item right in front of you because you can always search it at a later time from the brand style number, from the SKU. There's all kinds of different things that return in that search field in your products tab. So there's no reason that you need to have that actual item unboxed in your hand to plug it in inventory. It's really not necessary. So once you plug it in, go ahead and plug in the inventory as well. This is a really great time to start the process of catching mistakes from your vendors. So definitely go ahead and plug in in inventory how much your invoice says that you have. So if you got, just for the sake of easy numbers, 222 of an item, you got 1 pack, go ahead and plug that in. So once that item is entered into inventory, of course, at a later time, you can always come back and unbox that item once you're ready to actually put it in a location, begin barcoding and prepping it to get shot for a photo, or whether it's flat lays or a photo shoot, or however you do your images. So once you unbox that item, that is your time to prep it for a photo shoot. Go ahead and print the barcodes for that product. So when you're in CommentSold, I'll go ahead and share my screen with you guys really quick and show you guys where you go to print those barcodes at. Let's see. Have to enable it in our settings really quick. Sorry, y'all. When you're ready to print your zebra barcodes, when you have a zebra enabled, and we're going to kind of touch on the zebra here in just a little bit, but you will have an additional button to this that says print zebra barcodes. So when you press that, it's going to print everything that you have in inventory. So it's going to print a barcode for every single item in inventory for that variant. So from that time, you can take that barcode. I'll even show you guys what it looks like. I have one on hand right here for y'all. So I'll show you that so you can see. So it's got your barcode, your SKU, your color, and your size. So specific to that product, it's just going to be static information, so you guys can see what that looks like. So you can take those barcodes, you can slap it on your product, and that's going to be your time to see, okay, do we have too many barcodes? Do we have not enough? And that's when you can really judge, okay, there's an inventory discrepancy here. Whatever the case was, you got too much, you didn't get enough. From that point, you can actually make note of it on your pack sheet. And then from that point, you can hand it off to like your bookkeeper or, whoever's job that is to follow up with the vendor and get your credits, get your refund, however it's going to be handled on that side. So that's where you can kind of go in and verify that you actually have the right amount of inventory that you did order. Obviously, if you see that you don't have enough barcodes or you have too many and inventory is off from what your invoice says, you can make those adjustments really quick in CommentSold. So there's no reason you have to count all your inventory right out front at the beginning of that ingest process. From there, once you slap those barcodes on, go ahead and assign it a location in CommentSold. So this is going to be your location field, whether that is, bin 4 or rack 72. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to have all of your variants in the exact same location. Wherever you plug that item, go ahead and update it with its location pretty immediately. This is super, super important because, and if you're not utilizing locations, you definitely should, because when it comes to the fulfillment process that we're going to get to here a little bit later on, it's actually going to print all of your single orders in order of their location. So that way you guys are able to fulfill, if you've got this rose small shirt, anybody that ordered this with just a single order, you're going to pull all of those at one time, and you're not going to come back to that product for another single order again. You may come back to it for an order that has multiple items, but as far as singles goes, you're done. So you're able to fulfill the maximum amount of items within a single location, which is really nice. Let's see. So moving on to the zebra for people who are not familiar with that. So the zebra is what we recommend for printing barcodes. If you guys need a link to that, just chat us on support and we can get that sent over to you right away on the best place that you can get that for the best price. It's a beast among printers. It prints 14 barcodes per second. It is a little bit pricey, so you kind of have to decide if you want to spend the money on it or not. It's a little over $1,000, so a little bit up there. You can use your Dymo. For those of you guys that have Dymos, you definitely can use that to print your barcodes. It's just, depending on how many barcodes you're wanting to print for that day, you'll probably be printing barcodes all day long. So just keep that in mind. It's super, super fast, definitely worth the money for you guys who are ingesting high amounts of inventory on a daily basis. So with that being said, working within the zebra and the barcodes, like I said, once you have your zebra recognized, there's going to be an extra barcode right here, not an extra barcode, an extra button right here that allows you to print all of the zebra barcodes for that product, all of those variants. Now you also can get down here and print individual barcodes for your for a specific variant as well. So you can print like a custom amount of barcodes if maybe you got a return in and you just need to print one off. or you found one laying around somewhere, whatever the scenario would be, or maybe you just need to print all the barcodes for that specific variant. You can do that using your print barcodes or your print tag button. So that is what's going to allow you guys to work strictly within that one variant and not just the product itself. So again, if you guys want some more information on where the best way to get that, the best place to get that printer, just chat us on support. It is just, it's a big box, super big. You can connect it with a USB cord. It also works as a wireless printer as well, so you can set it on the other side of the room if you need to. But definitely a really, really good tool for a lot of our big baller boutiques. So something that we really, really recommend for y'all. All right, now for printing labels. I know a lot of you guys are already obviously super familiar with just like the basic process of printing shipping labels. You already know what that process looks like, working in your orders and fulfillment tab. I'm going to jump in there really, really quickly. So obviously we kind of know we work within these 4 buttons right here at the top and kind of work our way from left to right. Again, like I said, when you are processing and printing those orders, it is just nice to keep in mind that all of your single orders are going to print in order of location. We even can set it up to where all of your multiple orders are going to print first and then your single orders are going to print last. And the reason we have it set up that way is, you know, when your team comes in the morning, they're fresh, they're awake, they're ready to begin work for the day, so they can go ahead and knock out those multiple orders, because those do, it takes a little bit more attention to detail, because there is no like rhyme or reason. There's really no good way to organize those orders because they're all over the place. So we have it set up that way, so that way they can put their focus there at the first of the day, and then later on they can kind of, you know, as they're of course probably starting to drag throughout the day, they can kind of aimlessly pull those single orders. So just another little tidbit there, which leads me into our fulfillment station. All right. Sorry, I feel like it's so touchy. Okay. Yes, which leads us into our fulfillment stations. So for those of you guys, again, like I said, if you are looking for a place to get the zebra, just chat us on support. Same thing with scanners. So definitely going to need scanners for your fulfillment stations. Everybody should have a scanner and a laptop. It doesn't really matter what kind of laptop, whether it's MacBook or whatever. The only thing that we have seen in the past that doesn't work is a Chromebook. So just keep that in mind when you are purchasing supplies for your fulfillment stations. So scanners, if you want a really good scanner that we recommend, it's hands-free, super, super quick. It's a little bit pricey. Just chat us on support. Again, we can shoot that link for you guys there as well. Or you can always email us, Kimberly or myself. It's our names at CommentSold.com, and we can shoot you over like a full-on supply list for your fulfillment stations. And then at your fulfillment stations, obviously, as you know, your people are going to be picking and pulling these orders out in your warehouse. They're going to come back, bring them to their fulfillment station. They're going to need to have everything there that they need. So aside from their computers and their scanners, of course, you want to be sure to provide them all of their packing supplies, their poly mailers, their packing envelopes, anything that they are going to be needing to actually package those orders up. Now, along with you guys who are doing high volume fulfillment, we can enable what we call strict fulfillment. So with this enabled, and you guys that are utilizing your barcodes, when your team members are coming to fulfill orders, they are going to work within their orders and fulfillment screen. So they're going to be here. They're going to want to make sure that their mouse is clicked here in the search order field. Sorry, I have all these random things that are popping up here. But they're going to want to make sure their mouse is clicked there, and then they're going to want to scan this barcode. So this is a pick sheet that I'm showing you guys. That's going to be the barcode that they're going to scan. On the other side, this is just the shipping label. Don't need to worry about this for now. So scan this. What this is going to do once they scan it is it's going to automatically pull up that order on the screen here. So we're going to be working directly in, just say for example, order number 20. Once that order is on the screen, you can then go ahead and begin scanning the barcodes of the items in that order. So it doesn't matter in what order that you scan them, but go ahead and begin scanning these barcodes here. So this is just from an item that was on a hanger. We recommend just slapping that barcode right on the face. And then for items that come in poly mailers from your vendors, you can just put the barcode just right on that poly. There's no reason to actually like open it up and put the barcode on the actual product itself. So as long as you are scanning the correct item, and we know it from the barcode, as long as all of those items are scanned correctly, it's automatically going to fulfill that order, send the fulfillment notifications, messenger and email all out to that customer, and you're good to go. You can just keep on going down the list that way. Scan the pick sheet, scan the items, and keep funneling through. Now, in the event that, say, this order here, I pulled a small, that's what we've got on our hand, but really say that they ordered a medium, or they ordered a different color, once I scan that barcode and it's the incorrect barcode, it's going to throw up an error on my screen, and it's going to make a little beep beep, like it's going to let you know that something's wrong, something's not right. Once you get that error on your screen, that's letting you know you've pulled the wrong item. You need to go find the correct item and scan that one. So it's actually not even going to let you continue with the fulfillment process until you go and you scan the correct item. And then from there, it'll let you move forward. So we can even, with strict fulfillment enabled, we can actually, one of the permissions on your team member account is granting someone the permission to manually fulfill orders. So that's actually something that you can give and take away to people. So it is literally impossible for anybody to ship out an incorrect order unless they're just not logging it. Like if they're just throwing crap in a bag and getting away with it, you know what I mean? Like there's no way, it's literally impossible for them to ship an incorrect order. So that kind of covers barcoding and fulfillment. That's another barcode for you guys to look at. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but it's just going to include the SKU, color, and size. You don't want to include things like location and price because those are always items that are subject to change. So you just want to include static information there. I feel like I went through that really fast.
Well, do you guys have any questions about anything?
Is there anything specific? I feel like I kind of went through it a little fast. You guys have any questions? Let us know. Let's see if there's anything here. Are any of you guys currently using scanners? Or any of y'all currently using our barcoding and scanning process? If you are, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Hey, Tracy. Lauren, are you using our barcodes, Lauren? I feel like we've had this conversation. If you're on Shopify, can you still download the CommentSold barcode, or do you have to use the Shopify ones? What if someone receives the wrong item? How can I see who's responsible? Oh, good question. So Gretchen, yes. So if you're using Shopify, can you still download the CommentSold barcode, or do you have to use the Shopify ones? I currently use the Shopify ones, just curious. Nice, yeah. So you, yes, you can still print your barcodes from CommentSold. Yeah, you can. That is no problem at all. You absolutely can do that. And in order to have that option to even print barcodes too, you have to go into your setup tab and then just have your labels enabled. And that's how you'll get that option to pop up to print barcodes from your products tab.
What about how can we see who's responsible if someone receives the wrong item?
Yes, okay, yeah, good question. So for those of you guys, let me zoom out a little bit here. There we go. So you can actually issue team member accounts. So anybody that's going to be fulfilling orders or managing product at all, really, anybody that has any kind of job role with your boutique, you're definitely going to go ahead and issue them their own team member account so they can have their own email and password login to CommentSold. So that way, when they're at their fulfillment station and they're logged in to their team member account, it's actually tracking who is fulfilling whose orders, and you can see all of that in the reporting tab. So in the reporting, you can track how many orders are fulfilling, which is how many products, so how many products that is equivalent to. And then in the event that someone does actually receive a incorrect item, whether it's the wrong size or just the wrong item altogether, you can always pull up that order in CommentSold, and it will tell you who fulfilled it and at what time they fulfilled it. So everything is tracked all with your team member account. So definitely something to make note of. Good question. Hey, Leslie. Yeah, I know you guys are using it. And Amanda, of course. What is the process when mass purchasing labels if someone buys, say, 2 pairs of shoes and 2 dresses? It wouldn't fit in the poly mailer. Yeah, good question. So what you would do is you would need to put that item in a box. You can adjust the dimensions from the orders and fulfillment page. So when you are going to create your labels, oh, sorry, y'all. You can adjust the weight. The weight obviously should be correct because it's basing it off what you've already plugged in for that item, but you can adjust the dimensions if you're needing to put something in a larger box, like when someone buys 2 pairs of shoes and a couple different items, just adjust the dimensions for that size box and go ahead and press that create label button. Good question. Hey, Megan. All right. Do y'all have any other questions? Any questions at all? Let's see. I'm going to jump back through my notes here really quickly just to see if there's anything else that we need to cover.
Budget if you want to.
Oh, that's nice. Any other questions, anybody? So you would have to go through each individual order then. No, Hank, because those orders would be combined. So from your create labels page, it actually combines those orders. So all of the weight is combined. You would just have to adjust the dimensions if you're planning on putting it in a bigger box to fit however many pairs of shoes or however many items that they purchased. So it's all combined from the create labels tab.
Hey, Gretchen, yes, it's me, Kimberly, doing a great job here explaining all this stuff to y'all.
Yeah, several of y'all have probably already talked to Kimberly. She's awesome. She's awesome. Now, granted, kind of touching back to what you said, Hank, those orders would be combined as long as that's a setting that's enabled. So if you go to setup and then from your sub tab, go to shop, if you scroll all the way down, oh no, I take that back, it's under shipping, sorry about that, y'all, and you have your combined orders feature enabled, it would be combining those. So, but that is an extra feature that you have to enable. Most of you guys, I'm willing to bet, probably already have that enabled though, and if you don't, a lot of times we'll go in and just enable that for you guys. Hey, LJ.
LJ, can you hear us?
LJ works with the CommentSold team, for those of you guys that don't know.
Hey, Carolyn.
And Carolyn. Yeah, I understand. Just trying to wrap my head around. Yeah, no, that's it, and that's a good question, Hank. I mean, definitely, of course, a lot of your orders are going to be single orders. Majority of your orders, 95% are going to be able to fit into a poly mailer. You are going to have kind of those one-off orders that are going to need to be packaged differently. I mean, you do kind of have to just take the extra second to care for those orders differently. When you have those super long, you know, people that are going to be spending a couple $100s with you in a single order. But good questions, y'all.
Definitely. Do y'all have any other questions?
Anything else? Anybody that is looking to get an app?
Yes,
that's your girl. So if you are doing $30,000 a month or more, or any dollar amount with us, really, you are eligible for an app. So you can definitely chat us and we can talk about that. If you're doing $30,000 and you don't have an app,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Come on.
What are you doing? So Kimberly will definitely be y'all's gal there. She'll be hooking you guys up. Definitely let us know if y'all have any questions about that. Does anybody have any fulfillment questions or anything at all? Anybody that's using our barcode system? Can anybody attest to how accurate it is?
Yeah, definitely.
When can we have a banner at the top of the app to announce that says free shipping if you pay within an hour? So there's going to be a couple different changes, just a couple different things we're going to be implementing into the app just as time goes on. We've got a lot of things on our horizon and on the roadmap. Kind of first and foremost is live streaming into the app. So just as a little sneak peek for all of y'all, but there's definitely going to be, I mean, you've already seen like the collections and the different pages that have already been added to the app, but there's definitely still a lot more to come. I have like 40 on my phone. Melissa?
So do I. with notifications on for everybody. So.
Oh gosh. Melissa probably does too. She probably for sure has all her notifications on. The app rocks. Thanks. Yes, I'm glad that y'all are loving y'all so far. Y'all's is looking good since we got those collections plugged in a couple weeks ago. All right. Anybody else? Barcodes are working great for us. Yes.
That's awesome.
Good. I'm so glad. Anybody else is using our barcodes? You got any feedback or anything for the others to look forward to if they haven't implemented it yet? Yeah, about that, Melissa. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. All right. Well, again, like we said, this is going to be recorded, so you can always refer back to this at any time. So anybody that's missed it, definitely catch the recording. 2%. 2,000 or less. Replying to Chelsea. Oh, sorry, Chelsea. We miss a comment up here. Let's see. Oh, hey, Tara. Oh, I'm not seeing it. Sorry, Chelsea. If we missed your comment, I'm not seeing it on our end, but it looks like Brandon got you taken care of. Sorry about that. Implementing all that over the weekend. Nice.
Yay, that's awesome.
Nice, nice. Yeah, sorry about that, Chelsea. I'm not seeing it pop up on our end. What your question was. Yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. Well, do you have?
I feel good. Do you guys feel good?
Do you guys feel good? Again, if you guys have any follow-up questions, something that pops into your brain, just chat us on support. Let us know. Email us. We're all super accessible. We can send you the links for the scanner, send you the links for the Zebra, even the Dymo if that's something that you would prefer to use. It's a slightly more inexpensive tool, but definitely just let us know and we'll get you hooked up. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you guys. We hope you'll have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
Bye.